Good morning, 9 o'clock a.m. exactly on Monday, February 19th, 2019. And I'm going to refresh this page over here and see if I've got an audio confirmation. There it is. Yes, I do. And I'm surprised to have seen that was already muted, but that's okay. So then I'll unmute desktop audio, and I'm going to turn off the repeat for SpeakerBot and see if it puts in the SpeakerBot messages that I'm trying to get it to do correctly, and it doesn't do that correctly. Would it be fair to call today the Tim Cruise episode? Got 3 elements of Tim Cruise today. Thank you, Oystein. Yeah, SpeakerBot should come through if somebody tries it. Then, yeah, so here's an email from Tim Cruise. Doug, if you could please use this as your intro for tomorrow's show. It's all-time classic.
Norm!
I love the way they made this intro. Do it just like this video, please. Thank you. So that trailer this morning, at least the intro part to the show, was a request. And you can do that. You can request things.
Cheer, everyone.
You can request things for my trailers. And then I added the piece on the end with Lilibeth because the intro to the show just wasn't long enough. And it was an entertaining thing. It just popped up after I watched the intro. Then I have another email from Tim Cruise. It says, hello, DougBetts. Issues with my uploads I need fixed ASAP. I'm willing to pay or give a donation to get it resolved if you like. That's not necessary. My show is all about helping people with their problems. What he says here is, let me know because I'm trying to film and upload videos today. Let's zoom in a little bit. I really wanted to use my hardwire cable because it's way better than Wi-Fi, please. And thank you, Bubba Doug. Oh, boy. You're just going to hand Ken Stout more ammo, aren't you? Bubba Doug. Hey. So I sent an email back to Tim Cruise and asked him to come into the Zoom session. And so we're going to get that turned on and find out what's up, because I got no idea what's the difficulty. I think he already knows how to connect his Ethernet cable. So there he is. Hello, Tim.
Hello, DougBetts. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Could be better once we get my issue
So much for
resolved
Facebook
than
being
what we
fixed.
were working on before, but I feel like that. I remember someone mentioned it in Ken's stream about that killer driver is messing up the upload. It's like hindering the speed. Something with the killer Dell driver. I don't know if you're familiar with that driver.
I remember hearing something about it. I think
That it's not, and it messes it up. Like it's not good to use it, but I thought it would be good because it's part of the Dell computer, but I might be mistaken.
All right. Well, your email didn't mention anything about that. It said that you want to use your
No, I didn't mention. I was going to mention on the show. That's why.
Okay. So are you able to connect your Ethernet cable to your computer?
Yes, I could do right now. Let me go grab it.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to go look at chat. And Ken Stout, I went and looked at some stuff with Facebook. Let's see, I didn't mean to go to that screen. Because I mentioned that I thought I had a solution for him, and I had to go test it out. And I didn't get quite the results that I wanted to see, but here's my idea for you, Ken. Oh, I got to get this computer signed into it.
All right, I have it connected now.
All right. So can you do a speed test and tell us what your speeds are?
Of course. Let me go do it now.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to hold off a moment before you tell us anything about that while I go try to show this Ken Stout issue. In fact, could you mute yourself?
Okay.
Could you mute yourself for a couple minutes? Okay, so Ken, see which way I want to do this. Yeah, I can do it this way because I have that camera turned on. I was looking over that and I watched your video, and what I found was when you have that item as you scroll down that says that it's broken or whatever, I think that there's a certain piece of content that's trying to come in that has a problem. And so I compared your content to mine, and they both start with stories. And then it came in with an item from a person, not this people you may know yet. And then there's an advertisement, and there was another person, and then there was reels and shortcuts. This is not showing up the same way. But really the bottom line is the next section that I think was trying to come up for you where you were having the problem, I think is the people you may know section. So here's what I'd like you to try for testing it, is come over to the left side and to friends, hopefully, yeah. And then people you may know is this suggestions section. Come into here and see if there's anything in here with a problem. If any of these have some kind of a problem with displaying their icon or something like that, then remove them. And the other piece was, oh, when you're on this home section for friends, there's this friend requests area. Just scroll down below that. And people you may know. This is the other place that you might find something that's not working right, in which case try removing them and see what that does for you. Another thing to do is on your home page, actually click into some of the items that are showing up there. Click into each of the items that are showing before that failure, and then do a refresh on your home page and see if you get different results. Because what I found is when I first went through this list, I had them in the same order that you did. And then when I started going into things and coming back to this, they were never in the same order. It gives me the idea that when you sign into Facebook, maybe after you've been off for a while, that it has a somewhat consistent way that it comes in. So those are my ideas for you, Ken. It didn't come out as clear as I had hoped. Let's see. Okay, Tim, come back. How are you doing? Can you unmute yourself?
Here I am.
Yeah. So how did your speed test do?
The speed test is 80, download megabyte per second is 82.95, upload 0.33 megabyte per second. I
didn't quite understand that. Can you actually say it in like 200 or?
822.95 megabyte per second on the down. Up is 0.33 megabyte per second.
0.33 megabytes per second?
Yes. Yes, sir.
0.33 megabytes per second. Yeah.
I'll put in the chat. That's really bad, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
And no, it's not. I really feel something's going on with the computer hindering it because the Wi-Fi is the total opposite.
Didn't we see this in the prior session with you when we did, I think it was on a Saturday?
Yes, it was on a Saturday show, correct. Yeah, we didn't ever got to resolve it because you had to end it and we already passed overtime and stuff.
Oh, all right.
We never got to finish it up. We just, you say we're going to, I don't know, you say you're going to look into it or we're going to research or dig, but something like that, yeah. I don't quite remember everything.
And you have that Cat 8 Ethernet cable,
yes,
right?
But I also could take it off, and I got the one that Spectrum gave me. That's like a lower one. That's like a Cat 5C, something like that. I got that one. It's a great one. I got plenty of other cables, like the yellow cables too. That's not a Cat. This is the Cat 8, but I could get a different cable if you need.
Yeah, go ahead and plug in the Cat 5 cable.
Okay, we go do that. Let me grab it.
All right, and I'm gonna go back and look at chat. Noah says, yeah, that's one big PC back there. That's the big beast build that Kerry Holzman built. And you can't really tell how big it is until I stand next to it. Yeah, Greg, we worked with him, and we know that he is getting those low speeds when he's with his wireless disconnected, if I'm recalling right. Mr. TPC Life Story, that is also Tim Cruz. He's got a few different YouTube names. 0.33 ping, he's saying. No, oh, ping there. All right. Never saw a Cat 8 cable before. Okay. Do you have that other cable connected?
Yes, sir. No, I do.
Okay,
We do a
then
new speed test.
yeah, do the speed test again.
Okay. I'm doing it now. Let's see what we get now. Well, the download went up a lot higher now. It's almost at the gig. It's getting there. Right now it is
This wired cable goes from the
80
RJ45 port on the computer
826.36,
directly into the router
but the
provided by
upload
the
is still very
ISP.
bad. It's not even going up hardly nothing.
Okay, so this Ethernet cable is connected from your computer directly to your ISP's router, or to
Correct.
what?
To the router. To the router. Yes.
And
It's here in my room.
And I think we previously found that when you connected a different computer to that same
It was better.
to the same Ethernet cable, even the Cat 8 cable, it was a good.
Yes, it was a
running
lot
good.
better on my Lenovo, the Lenovo computer, the one I got back from Lenovo, the new one.
Okay. There's a link in today's video for, I think maybe you might have a DougBetts remote icon on your desktop, but let's get.
No, not on this one. No, you gotta add it.
Okay, well, you can go into today's video, the description of this current live stream, and there's a link in there for you to click on.
You could add your contact card once you get connected if you want. I got the link. I'm clicking on it now. Okay, right. I'm downloading the software.
Yeah, as soon as you start downloading, it shows up on my panel even before you run it.
There you go. Now it's downloading now.
Okay, so here's Tim just told us it's downloading and it shows up.
Sorry,
on my screen.
I was on the page and now it's connecting. Waiting for a technician.
All right. Did you run it multiple times?
No, you clicked on it once. It automatically popped up once, and then I clicked download, and then now it's connecting. Computer aging consulting. There it goes.
All
Allow. Right. Okay. Yes.
There is another cable between the modem and the router.
That's good, Bobby. All right, it's connected now. Now you're chatting. Show you this.
Do you have a modem and a router?
Yes, it's separate. Yes, sir.
Okay. Your modem, how many Ethernet ports does it have on it?
Just one.
Okay.
Let me double check to make sure that I believe it's just one. Let me just allow this. Okay. I allowed it now. And by the way, from last time to this time, I just got a new router because the other router was giving me issues where the Wi-Fi connection kept disconnecting, but now on the new router, it's not doing that no more.
Okay. Now, what was that driver that you were talking about that we had discussed?
It was this one, the killer, this one right there.
Killer Intelligence Center. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say it was Gary Weisenberger on Saturday's show that was saying there was a problem with this.
I don't know, yeah.
Does anybody in chat familiar with that? Should we just uninstall that? I'm not aware of that issue and not familiar with Killer Intelligence. Killer prioritization engine is on. Smart access point selection off. Smart access selection pop-ups. Double Shot Pro. Yeah. Now let's see. I want to respond to a couple things that people asked in chat. First, this cable goes from RJ45 directly into the router provided by ISP. Yeah, but when we did a test of the speed, there was an app that we use to test the speed from your ISP router to the internet, I think it was. And we've also found that other computers connected to this router, their speed is fine. So I think we've pretty much eliminated that it's not router or modem. Let's see, the cable should be going from the router to the modem. Yeah, the modem is configured to work with the router over the modem. Yeah, a cable from the router to the PC. I've seen this issue before. It's Nick Poverman saying a few things. Bad Nick on the PC? I don't think so, because we connected what was it, a USB Ethernet adapter that you had, and we had the same problem. Am I remembering that right? Tim? Hello, Tim.
Yes, what did you say, Doug?
Yeah, am I remembering correctly that...
You ask him if he have another cable, and he did that he do not have.
Zavi is saying you ask him if he have another cable, and he did that he do not have. He did tell us he had another cable. He's never denied having another cable.
Yes, I have another cable, yes.
Okay, but let's...
I already switched the cable. This is the cable that's switching gaming. Okay. This is not my cable.
Okay, stop. I didn't ask you a question about that. Hang on. The question I have for you, if I'm remembering correctly, we did, you had a USB Ethernet adapter, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And when we plugged that in, we still had the slow speeds, did we not?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So that means it's not the Ethernet adapter, as somebody posed, bad Nick on the PC. Nick Powerman. Try to reinstall the driver. We'll do things.
Maybe we could try installing the killer. Maybe
I'd like you to stop interrupting me, please.
Okay.
Okay. Lawn Dog saying, Doug, try reinstalling the driver through the device manager. Will do two things. One, reinstall the driver, which will reset the driver. Well, I'm not a fan of that, because you're saying the driver for the Ethernet adapter, but with a USB Ethernet adapter, that's a different driver. So I don't think so. I'm really interested if somebody in chat knows about this killer app thing, or killer whatever they call it. I don't think that's the driver. Isn't that some kind of an enhancement? Nobody's really talking specifically about that. So I'm going to go look more at that. Killer dashboard, prioritization, intelligence engine, double shot. Then there's a settings gear. We're on the settings page. Okay. Windows key R, appwiz.cpl. And here's Killer Ethernet Performance Driver Suite, Rivet Networks. And I think what we heard on Saturday, I want to say it was Gary Weisenberg.
What happens if you disable auto bandwidth and set it manually?
Well, I'm not interested in chasing down a whole bunch of different possible things until I try this first. That was Rand Israel asking, what happens if you disable auto bandwidth and set it manually? Well, that's we don't have a it's not a problem with how the Ethernet is configured. Let's go show that, because we looked at this before. The Ethernet adapter is
since the upload and download speeds are good on other computers, means there is a problem with that specific computer, correct?
Yes, I agree with that. Problem with that specific computer. And I should stop chasing down everything that people throw out. See, here's this killer gigabit
Doug, see this
Ethernet.
thread, HTTPS, www, reddit.com r, killer networking, comments, /KSX1N, slow internet through, Ethernet.
Okay, Greg M, that sounds a good way to go. Status, 1 gigabit. So it's not going to do us any good to manually set the speed. Now, let's go look at this link from Greg M, because that sounds like it's on the subject that I'm asking about. Slow internet through Ethernet. To download the internet works fine. Test it on other devices. Okay, and then I'm going to Control F and search for killer. This is from Killer Support. Uninstaller tool. I know how to fix this. Similar issue, go to Killer Control Center settings, see the bandwidth limits. My default were such and such. Thank you so much, this worked. That's what I was looking for, is what somebody says actually worked. That's fixed my problem too. So let's go here. Killer Control Center settings. Killer Control Center. We're in settings. Then it was, see, the bandwidth limits. Auto bandwidth. Oh, this, you're asking this auto bandwidth. I'm sorry, I thought you were the person who said auto bandwidth. I thought you were referring to the driver itself. Auto bandwidth. Let's see, go to settings, see the bandwidth limits. Well, that's not bandwidth limits, set bandwidth. If we turn that on or off, we can still get to set bandwidth or not. Bandwidth. My bandwidth limits were 1500 megabits per second is what that article said. This is saying 15,000, and upload is 15,000. See what this speed test says. 15,000 megabits. Trying back to comprehend this. Similar issue. Settings, see bandwidth limits. This is not actually, on this settings screen, it's not actually called limits. It's called download speed and upload speed. My defaults are 1500 to 12.5 on download. After changing limits, I was able to download at maximum speeds. And here's the upload at 0.3. Looking back at chat to see Greg M. said that. Anything else? Have I gone into the right place? Do you interpret that any different, Greg? The drive there. See if there is a driver from the manufacturer's website. I think you've already been down that road, haven't you, Tim? For device drivers.
I don't remember. I think so. I don't quite remember.
All right. I meant the auto bandwidth in the killer app. That's where Rand was clarifying for me. On the same page now. Obviously, Gary's not here today. If it was him on Saturday that mentioned that, I don't recall if he was saying to just uninstall it. I'm not interested in going to fast.com. Sorry, that's just another speed test. I don't see that as very useful.
What is the model number of the PC?
Model number of the PC. And that's from Nick. I'm concerned about where you want to go with that. This is not going to be a 2-hour live stream. It's a Dell G167630. So let's go to a command prompt and get the actual serial number. And then I'm going to let you run with that to see if you can come up with anything, Nick.
Doug, he is using an old version on that laptop. Killer is no longer a problem, and that Ethernet E3100 noise is 2.5 GB.
Oh, Gary is here. Good. He's using an old version on that laptop. Killer is no longer a problem in that Ethernet. So, Gary, what do you think we should do? Uninstall that or update it? BIOS get serial number. There's the serial number. 72N1QZ3. And somebody pointed out they can do, what was it, plus, Windows key plus, to make that bigger. So there, for anyone who wants to pursue about the computer itself, you can go that way. He's using an old version on that laptop. He's saying an old version of the Killer app. Killer Intelligence. Where am I going to get a version number?
You're not showing the serial number?
Oops. All right. Sorry. I didn't show the serial number. Doggone it. Okay. WMIC BIOS get serial number. And I think I'm getting, when I do Windows key plus, that's not what I need. Control plus. Is that it? No. With Windows key plus, I'm just getting the Windows zoom, and the screen's going all crazy wonky on me.
Doug, check chat.
All right, I'll get to chat in a moment. Let's see, Gary says check chat. I am using it a get 4 gigabits on Wi-Fi 7 2.5 Ethernet. Yes, update Killer app on Intel under Ethernet drivers. All right, here's your serial number. I'm not going to try zooming this in again because this has just gone wonky on me. 72N1QZ3. Okay, if anybody needs more on that, you can pause the video and I'll minimize that just in case. All right, then. Update the Killer app on Intel under Ethernet drivers. On Intel. So I go to the Intel website. Is there not an update within the program itself? Reset.
Chat.
Okay. And there's a link. Okay, we'll go there. This Killer app doesn't even have, oh, there's the X. And let's come over here to today's show and click on Gary's link. Try it again. Okay. Then downloads ampersand F. What is all that? I've got a link here. Downloads ampersand F colon at. I don't know what you're doing there. Is that what the URL is supposed to look like?
Sort by date.
Okay. Sort oldest to newest, newest to oldest. Which way? Not from Intel. What am I looking for?
No, we.
Newest to oldest. Okay, I'll wait for you to tell me which one of those. I think with his slow upload speed, I'm getting some real glitchiness in my activity. We're looking for an update.
Last update 2033.
Last update. This one right here?
There is a BIOS update that came out on the 7th of this month for this laptop.
Yeah, I'm not going down for a BIOS update now. No, thank you. I don't buy that. Or even if that is the answer, I'm not going down that road now because we're already past half an hour. Let's just get this update and see if that works. ID last update 2033. There's no 2033. 2033 is like 9 years in the future. And Gary's got another link.
This.
There we go. That looks more believable. That makes more sense. Do we need to uninstall the
Read the date. On the first update, it is 2033.
Look at the last updated field.
I guess you're talking about back here. Last updated. Oh, it does say 2033. All right. Well, that's not helpful. This looks like the update for the program. Oh, you got some downloader. You can just update. Okay, meaning I can just install it on top of the existing. There was no update button that I saw in the app, so I think what you're telling me is to just install on top of the existing installation. And he says yes. All right. Gary, am I remembering correctly that you were talking about this on Saturday, that it has been causing troubles? Oh, it's downloaded? Oh, it is complete.
Click open.
$20 days left to use Internet Download Manager. Do you want to register your copy IDM now? No, we don't. Killer Driver Suite cannot be installed with Killer Ethernet Performance Suite. Killer Performance Driver Suite UWD cannot be installed with Killer Ethernet Performance Suite. So that sounds like we have to uninstall Killer Ethernet Suite in order to install this driver. Do we still have that suite open? No. So I'm inclined to uninstall this driver suite and then try that downloaded version again. Gary says yes. Are you sure you want to uninstall? Now, I still have that message of that attempted driver install on screen. I don't think that'll interfere with uninstalling this. The uninstall could require a restart. Hopefully not. And I don't think it's restarting the computer, but I think it's resetting the network connection. That's why I lost connection temporarily. It'll come back. Go full screen. Must restart your system for configuration changes. Okay, so let's do, let's click OK on that failed update. Yeah, that one. We'll click OK to dismiss that. Finish that. And this was that. Please wait while Windows configured driver suite. Okay, so this was on top of there. So they want us to restart the computer to finish that. I think, yeah, let's see. Yep, we got more things we want to close. I think we'll be okay there. All right, that cut Tim off from Zoom. My intention is to stick with this through getting that newer version of Killer app out. Gary, is this actually needed in order for him to have internet connection? It sounds to me like it's something on top of basic Ethernet functionality. Does he really need it at all? We've just uninstalled that Killer app suite, whatever it's called. Should we just go ahead and test his internet speed at that point before installing the updated version? What does it actually do? And Tim, you'll have to, let's see. No, actually the remote connection
Did you got my
might
email
come
today?
back. Zvi's asking if I got his email today. I don't recollect. Let me see. Checking. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, you were asking about Dennis's issue. Dennis's issue is fixed. And we noticed that issue where his computer was claiming to not be connected to the internet when it actually was. We saw that during the live stream. I'm going to guess that you didn't go back and see that piece, but we saw that too, and that's a mystery. What Dennis wound up doing is he reinstalled an older backup, and the computer's working perfectly even after doing all the updates. I'm going to take that off screen. And until we get back to the place that we want to be. See, I've got the mouse, Tim. Now he's not on Zoom. Tim, why don't you go ahead and take, well, I'm not sure if you're hearing me. He is in chat. He's got a bunch of other things open. All right, I'm going to try to get him back into the Zoom session so we can have a conversation. Yeah, I don't know. Tim, go ahead. You take the mouse. You get us back in. You've got too much going on there. I don't know where to find my Zoom session in your computer. All right, he found the link.
Here I am.
All right, good. All right, and let's go see.
Here I am. All right, good.
I got the mouse.
Yeah.
Make that full screen. What was the speed test that somebody was asking for?
Fast.com, right? Or not that one.
Fast.com is what somebody was asking for.
Yes, that's what I recall. Yeah.
I don't
That's the one.
One from another, it's not going to be those
No, it's
cause
not.
of this
Yeah,
difference.
yeah. I heard of it. I know Netflix uses this
Just-
when they call tech support, just check the speeds of your Netflix and all that.
Yeah.
Powered by Netflix, yeah. That's bad. Mhm.
And
Maybe you should click show more info, probably shows the upload.
oh, for the upload.
Yes, there it goes. See, well, wow, it looks like it's must have changed a little bit.
Yeah, that looks like it's going better. If
Yeah.
your speed is working right now, I don't know of any reason why we should install that killer app.
Right.
Killer whatever it is.
I don't know if it's gonna make it better or make it worse. Who knows?
Okay, I'm gonna go do the speed test that I'm
Familiar with too. Me too.
This is a 1 gigabit internet connection you have, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. You could do the I could log into my search term account. You want to go that route too, if you want.
Well, no, I think, well, it's kind of taken a dive.
Yeah,
here.
now it's taking a tank again. I don't know. That's bad. It's a little bit better, but not.
It's way better. It's way better than you had, and I'm way over time. So I'm gonna ask you to work with that today and see how you do.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna acknowledge Ken Stout's. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect from your computer there. I want to acknowledge Ken Stout's message. He says he tried what I suggested. It didn't help. I will maybe do a live later to show the old issue and now a newer issue. Thanks for trying to fix it, though. I've created a new account. Oh, all right.
Doug, if you want, you can send me a friend request on Facebook if you like.
Do a what?
If you You can add me as a friend on Facebook.
No, I don't do Facebook. When
Okay.
I went to poke around in it yesterday and I kicked myself
Yeah.
because it just is a time suck that
Yeah,
has
that's true.
no redeeming value whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and shut down the Zoom session. Thank you, Tim, for bringing this in today.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, ending that meeting, and then I'm going to come over here. I will be looking through the rest of the chat comments that I haven't kept up with. There's a whole bunch of other things that I had lined up to address today, but when somebody asks for something that they're, hoping to get fixed right away because they're trying to do something, I'll go that direction as much as I can. So, and Carrie's got a members only show coming up today, and this is what his thumbnail looks. If you're not a member, you don't even get to see the nice, pretty thumbnail. And he's doing a live members only behind the scenes sneak peek. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.